Cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's time again. Cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's the number one podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you're from, life is coexistence, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you're from, life is coexistence, but to know the real, you just gotta listen.
What up, everybody, and welcome to the 52 Scott Podcast. This is For Women Wednesday. I'm your host, Freddie G, joined by my co-host, K Money, Slash, and Comedian 96. Collectively, we are the Mind of Men. Don't forget to follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast. On Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. And for all my YouTubers, don't forget to like and subscribe. And welcome to another Women Wednesday. Okay, before we dive into today's show, I want to make sure I don't miss any women. So this episode is for ladies, women, Nubian princes, queens, bitches, hoes, thoughts, and every noun in between that we use to describe females. All females. I want y'all to listen closely. When I say real men value peace over pussy, I'm going to say it again. Real men value peace over pussy. Now, I know we as men, we put a lot of emphasis on sex. And that may be confusing to some females. So to clear up the confusion, ladies, you have to know what type of guy you're dealing with. Are you dealing with a male or a man? Now, I know some of you listeners think they're the same. Newsflash, they're not. Let me give you an example. We've all heard of the term pussy whipped. Mm-hmm. Well, a man cannot be pussy whipped, but a male can. In fact, I believe there are some pussy whipped males listening to the show right now. And those are the ones who are confusing the females. So when a female encounters a man, she tries to handle him like a male. And when she's met with healthy resistance, she's unequipped to handle the healthy resistance. I repeat, she's unequipped to handle the healthy resistance. Now, with that being said, there are some things that males will tolerate, but a man won't. Mm-hmm. So today, we're going to try to help you females by empowering y'all with what not to do when dealing with a man. In the process, hopefully, our pussy whip male listeners will learn what not to tolerate from a female. Okay, fellas, this past weekend I had a round table with a few of the guys who I consider real men. We discussed things that we will not tolerate from a woman. So I created a list, and I want to discuss that list with y'all, and y'all tell me y'all thoughts. So, this list, now, Comedian 96, you got a clear view of this list. I don't want you looking at this list.
I'm not looking. I'm looking. It's glaring because I got these old eyes, so I can see.
Well, and one of my eyes kind of tangle eyed.
No, they straight. No,
yeah.
Remember, we gotta fix it.
Yeah, but don't look at this list for real. Don't look at this list because
I want to know.
Away. I want to know if y'all kind of side with what me and some of these other fellas who I consider real men, we agreed upon that we don't tolerate. Now, of course, the four of us collectively, we are the Mind of Men, keyword men. So y'all, I consider y'all real men. So I got a list of 25 things. Can y'all tell me Comedian 96, you peeking at this list. I know you.
No, I'm not. I can't really.
Okay,
I really am not. I'm actually looking at the clock.
Give me something that you will not tolerate. As a man, you will not tolerate from a woman.
Disrespect.
Okay. Now, you know the word. First of all,
Okay.
First of all, I will tell you that's number 25 on the list. And
Got
there's
that.
25 things on the list. That's number 25.
So it's so many others.
Yeah, and disrespect. And one of the guys did say disrespect, but that's so broad.
Yeah.
That
It's so
is
much.
So broad. Yeah.
That is so broad.
Yeah.
But he did say disrespect, so I just went ahead and put disrespect on there.
Yeah.
So okay, slash
Cheating.
cheating. Okay, cheating. Is cheating on this list?
You mean to tell me the real man allow the woman to cheat?
You asked him a question. What man? You asked him what he gave.
Yeah,
Okay.
cheating would
Cheat-
definitely
yeah,
be one.
Cheating is on the list.
Is it a weird number?
See, I told you don't look at the list.
I asked you what number. I didn't look
Don't
at the
look at
list.
the-
I
don't
said
look at
what
the-
number.
don't
I
look
didn't
at the-
say
It shouldn't
number
matter
12. I
what
said
number.
what
I'm
number.
gonna go down the list.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm gonna go down the list. You'll hear it.
Okay.
Comedian 96.
Nah, it's on me, Freddie G.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
duh.
that's
See,
all
he
right.
got me all discombobulated. Go ahead.
I would
K-Money.
say belittling my intelligence.
Belittling your intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would that
So-
be considered gaslighting? Just wondering.
Well, I'm finna go down the list, and then y'all can tell me.
Okay.
Okay, so really there was no particular order. Just that as they started naming these things, and I started throwing stuff out there, I just started putting them as we discussed. And once we got to 25, then I said, okay, that's
Shut
enough,
off.
man. That's
Right.
enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so number one I have on the list is physical abuse.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not gonna happen.
Now,
Not allowing.
now, a real man won't accept that.
No.
But there's some pussy whip
That'll let you
Males
slap
do
shit
it,
out of
yeah.
them.
males that would tolerate it.
Yeah, you got
Meaning that. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Let's paint this picture. You have a guy and a girl
right.
who's in a relation, a man and a woman. They're in a male and a female. They're in a relationship, and in that relationship, she's mad for whatever reason. She hauls off and she strikes him, even if he went out and cheated, and she's just so upset that she physically put her hands on him, and he reacts and he hits her back. Now they in there tussling and fighting. They work it out after 10 minutes of tussling and fighting. Or 3 minutes of tussling and fighting. We've been together a long time. We working it out or whatever the case may be. And they go and they have sex and just, and he really likes the way she looks because she's physically appealing and the sex is good. And so he's kind of in love or pussy whip.
That's exactly what he is.
So a lot of guys would tolerate, and this occurs ever so often, the physical abuse. A lot of guys would sit in that physical abuse because of her physical looks or the sex is good.
Well, see, once it happens the first time and then you turn around and you excuse it and you go have sex with her, that's saying, okay, it's okay to slap the shit out of me. That's the part where I have a problem because you got to stop shit like that the minute it begins.
Yeah, I agree.
You got to stop that shit right then, and I mean on both ends,
Well,
not just the woman hitting the man.
Right. But even with a woman, that means if she done it once, that means she's done it before. So she feel like maybe her relationship.
Well, and then let's think though, it may be because she know the type of dude she's dealing with.
That's what I was about
Yeah,
to say.
that she
Slash.
can do that.
Yeah.
They may not try that with somebody that they know.
See, and that's why I said males
and men.
and men.
Right.
Yeah.
They know who they
said
can try it
males
with.
and men.
Males and men. That's funny. I like
Okay, so the next one is mental and emotional abuse.
So
Can any one of y'all give me an example of a female mentally and emotionally abusing a male?
Yeah.
saying, well, I didn't mean to cut your K money.
ahead.
I got a good one. Go ahead.
But a woman can mentally abuse a man by saying, oh, you sorry, you don't do this and you this, and every day you come in here and you don't do this and you don't have no money, you're not trying to do. That's mental abuse. You know, and it frustrates that man. You know?
Exactly.
And at that point, I blame her to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Because what she's saying is probably true, and it falls on that man.
Yeah, exactly.
That's when he need to get up and stand up and be a man and change this shit that she's saying about him.
Yeah, mentally.
So if you going through that, you putting yourself on punishment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
say something?
yeah, like mentally, some women, I should say girls, since you said males and men.
That's why I said-
so females
that's
so
why I said
some
females.
Yeah,
Women
some
and females.
females will play silly games. Like, give you a good example. I was dating a girl back 20-some years ago, and you know I'm trying to do a good thing. Hey, I'm gonna go wash your car, baby, while you at work. You know, I come back, wash your car, go get the red strawberry thing that you hang up in the under your the mirror right there in the front. I bring the car to her. It's clean. I got it detailed. Paid $45. She says, "Well, it's stinking here." I just got this whole motherfucking detail, and it smell like strawberries. So you fucking with me mentally. You messing with me.
Yeah.
No, I know your car clean. And in my head, I'm like, damn, I'm sniffing, and I know damn well that car don't stink. But she just downplays
she
everything.
chose you.
Yeah, no matter what you do good,
Yeah.
I just have to figure it out.
So-
she will downplay it to fuck with your head.
So I'm glad you gave it an example because
Yeah.
two of the things on here can kind of line up with that example.
Yeah.
So I'll bring it back.
Yeah.
I'll bring it back.
I was going to say an example is just consistently comparing you to an ex
Yeah.
that they once previously had.
That's
Oh,
crazy
I ain't
too.
never had that. I think I'd walk out on the first try. If
Yeah,
a
that's
girl
crazy,
ever
too.
did that to me, I'd be like, you know what? Let's just break up. I've never had nobody compare me to an ex. I'm glad.
It's not fair for one.
Yeah, I'll be like, you know what? Just go back to him.
Yeah, you're not
'Cause I'm
giving.
ignorant
You're not
like that.
giving a fair chance.
Yeah, I don't care if I was married. You know what? Just going back to him. Let's go and get this divorce. I ain't got time to play with you.
Hey, Comedian 96, when you the example you gave where she said it stunk, did she say what it smelled like? Like animal?
Doo-doo.
It didn't smell like animal?
Yeah. She said, "Is it? No, shut up." She said, "It smell like doo doo." Is that scent that smelling like the cherry smelling like doo? No, like, come on, man, go on, get out my face. I was pissed off, bro. It was hot. And
So the next one is stonewalling. Y'all know what that is?
nah, I don't.
Nah,
That's a
give
good
an
one.
example.
Yeah.
Just silent. Just
Oh, okay.
No emotion. No.
just
no nothing.
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
No reaction.
I usually
no,
leave women alone that don't communicate.
I
Once
give
they
them
don't
the same
communicate, you
shit.
don't tell me where you married, and you just walking around for 2-3 days. That 4th day, I'm packing, I'm gone.
Hey, that's
I ain't got
peace.
time.
Well.
I ain't got time
That's a
for
form
that.
of peace is how I look at it.
Yeah, no, I
It
ain't
is.
got time for that
To
because
me.
you don't know what's going through her
It is
head.
a form of peace, but I think at some point you're gonna have to say, okay, it's something
There's
wrong.
something wrong, yeah. Because
know.
eventually you're going to want some.
now keep in mind the things that I'm going over is things that men, the guys that I spoke with, along with myself, will not tolerate from a woman.
I would tolerate the
That one-
stonewalling for a certain
certain
amount of
extent,
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a certain amount of time, yeah.
Because that's only human.
Yeah.
I mean, that's human. That's a human thing. You shut down some people. Let me not say everything, but when there's a problem, generally with a person that's right next to you, you kind of shut down
Yep.
in order to figure out yourself first to keep from causing a problem. But that can also create a problem, such as stonewalling. But that's not something that I just say, oh, I'm not fooling with her no more. Because if I don't try to find out what's wrong, then what's the point of me allowing, her to be upset?
Yeah.
I got to try to figure out what's wrong, and then we move on.
Gotcha. So the next one is ignoring boundaries and needs.
Not tolerating.
I agree.
I agree.
You can't tolerate that.
Yeah.
Because boundaries and needs is like me getting up in the morning going to work. I know we
Right.
need.
Right.
That's why I'm getting up to do this. So don't hold me accountable. Well, don't hold me late. And I got to get up and go to work. And if this something we need, don't stop me from doing that. Don't put my tires out on my car and I can't get to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know we got to pay these bills.
Yeah.
It brings structure to the relationship, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
what boundaries do.
Okay. Elaborate on that.
Just like Slash just gave a perfect example. You know,
Don't stab my time.
you fucking up shit that we need to make it.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah.
You know,
Don't do that. You
that
can't
don't make
tolerate
sense.
it. You can't tolerate that, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So, never apologizing.
Not tolerating
Can't
that.
take that. Yeah, not at this day and age. Like younger, when you were younger, you
Yeah.
didn't really give a shit.
Not,
but
not
as you get
tolerating it.
older,
Yeah.
and you like, well, girl, you old too, so you know when you wrong, you need to be able to.
You know what? Let me ask you this then. Let me ask all and I didn't ask these gentlemen that I was creating this list with. Let me ask y'all this. When you're in a disagreement and the woman that you're disagreeing with is wrong, is it important to y'all for them to apologize when they are wrong? Is that important to you?
Depends. And it only depends on what it is we arguing about. If it's just some small misdemeanor, this team won or that team didn't win, and we got the scores wrong, no. But in a serious scenario,
Yeah, serious scenario where you guys are arguing and it's clear that she is wrong. Is it important to y'all that she apologize for what she did wrong?
I would say,
Is that important to you?
I would say maybe not. Yes, I would like the apology, but at least acknowledge. At least acknowledge it.
So here's the thing.
If you just keep denying
it, acknowledging it
it's not
is
apologizing.
is a form of apologizing.
It's a
Depending on
It's a form because
depending on the delivery of the acknowledgement.
And, you know, I was going to mention earlier, females have a funny way of apologizing, you know, to almost
Right.
where it doesn't even seem like it's an apology.
Okay, give me an example, K-Money.
I can't think of an example, but I wouldn't want it's not important that they admit they're wrong,
right.
but I do want them to be accountable for
That's the word I want.
the argument that's being had, because if it's blown out of context and the argument can cause the relationship to go in a different direction, it was all for nothing, really.
Okay, so K-Money, you want them to be accountable. Comedian 96.
Yes.
So technically, in your mind, K-Money, it's not important that they actually.
Yeah, it's
apologize,
not a right or
but you
wrong
do-
to me.
But you do want them to be accountable for their actions.
Right.
Okay, Comedian 96.
I said, just like him, accountable and acknowledge, because you will have some women that you will completely say, did you take the key off the table? And you'll have them on video. And they'll still complete. Let me give you a good example. Good example.
Okay. Okay, you can give me that example.
go ahead.
But did you take the key off the table?
Let me give you a better example.
Okay, that's fine.
what I'm trying to.
That's fine.
Right.
When you give me the example, I want you to understand that we're talking about a serious argument. An argument.
This was an argument I'm talking about.
Okay.
All right. This was a female, and this wasn't a relationship, but it was work related. And this is what I mean by acknowledge. This is work related. This is a female. She used to work for me, right? Came to work. She processed the transaction. When you process a transaction in the system, your name's on it. Clear. Your first and last name and the time. Mm-hmm. I showed her the transaction with her name and time. She clearly said, I didn't do that, and was adamant.
Okay, hey, you gave me an example of a coworker.
No, it's a girl. It's a girl.
Okay.
That's what I mean. So the point I'm trying to make, you couldn't even acknowledge, even with your name on it, that you were wrong, and you still denied it. That's what I mean by acknowledge and
so
accepting that you was wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Let me say this. If I wasn't clear, my fault.
Right.
My apologies. But the opening of the show, and every Women Wins the show, I try to make sure it's either about a relationship or, and if in this case,
Right.
it's dealing with relationship.
Right. Well, it's a work relationship, so it's a relationship. But I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Okay. Again, here's the question. And you kind of lined up with K-Money. My question was, is it important to y'all if y'all that y'all need an apology from the person that you're in a relationship with, a girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife relationship, that you're in, is it important to you that they apologize when they're clearly wrong? Okay, Money, you said it's not really that important, but they need to acknowledge and take responsibility for their actions.
Correct.
And it sounds like to me, Comedian 96, you're piggybacking off of K Money.
Yes.
That they take responsibilities for their actions.
Exactly.
/ I know that you spoke first. And so if you could refresh my memory, because I got tangled with Comedian 96, is it important to you that she apologize for her wrongdoing?
No, and I stand with K Money on that. It's not important that you apologize, but please be accountable for the situation because like K Money said, this could have turned into something completely different because you didn't acknowledge the fact that you were wrong.
Okay.
You don't have to apologize to me. Just know that you're wrong because guess what? When it's the shoe on the other foot,
there you go.
You're going to make sure I apologize to you.
Okay. And I'm glad you said that. So all three of you guys are pretty much in line with each other. Let me say this. And I'm a married man. Mm-hmm. It's important to me that you apologize to me when it's clear that you're wrong. Now, let me explain something to you. In my own opinion, I believe that if you're acknowledging that you were wrong, or you're holding yourself accountable that you're wrong, to me, that's a form of an apology because you're kind of holding yourself accountable. Here's why it's important to me that you apologize. It's important to me that you apologize because that tells me, number one, you had time to think and you considered my feelings. Mm-hmm. You considered my feelings. One more time. You considered my feelings.
I get that.
And because you considered my feelings, you sat back and you thought about, you know what?
Let me apologize.
Let me think about what I said, how I said it, and let me look at it from his point of view and how that could have made him feel. Mm-hmm. You know what, babe? I'm sorry. I could have handled that differently.
You know what that does? It the respect goes so far.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now.
So I'm gonna let this be known again. Well, my wife already knows this, but I'm just gonna let it be known. It's important that you apologize to me because I'm man enough to apologize when I'm wrong.
Well, exactly.
Freddie
Put on
G.
your big girl panties and apologize.
Freddie G. So you want to hear I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What about
you don't have to listen. You can say I'm sorry, or you can say, babe,
I was wrong.
I apologize, or babe, I was wrong.
Okay.
Now, shout out to my wife on this because she do that, and I do it too.
If she did do it, she know to do it now.
No. But here's the thing, though. This is all on her own.
Yeah.
She gets it.
Right.
She, I don't have to advocate for an apology.
Right.
Well, see, that's how you know, that
and
that's
not to turn
not
this into a show about my wife,
but that's how you know she's not just a female.
Right.
It's the
She's a
difference.
woman.
She's a respectable.
Because women are gonna hold themselves accountable for mistakes and everything else. Ridiculing you when they shouldn't be, they're gonna hold themselves accountable for that, man. That's what women do.
and we both want. And there are times when I'm wrong, and I apologize.
Exactly.
So an apology is important to me.
I
It's
agree.
big.
Yeah.
Apology is important to me.
It's big.
So one thing I will not tolerate. If your ass is wrong, you need to apologize for doing me wrong,
Yep.
or whatever you did. You need to apologize for that. I need that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That's gonna help me move forward.
Yeah. So moving along, man. So manipulation and control.
Can't stand it.
Time
Can't not
control.
gonna tolerate it.
And usually that's the weaker man again. Like you said, the man.
The
I mean,
male.
the
Male.
male.
Yeah,
Sorry.
because if you allow them to manipulate you and they know they can get away with it, they gonna manipulate
yeah.
every situation they can.
Every
Give
time.
them an inch, they go take a mile.
Yeah, so no, don't accept it, unless you pussy whip. You're gonna allow that to happen. Or you just don't care nothing about her. It's
Yeah.
the only thing I can see for
So
allowing it.
So obsessive jealousy.
Not gonna stand for it.
It depends on how excessive it is.
Now, I'm going to tell you why I'm not going to stand for it at all.
We're gonna
I'm going to tell you why. Because
Yeah.
if you're in a relationship with somebody, it's no reason why you should be jealous of this person or anything that they doing.
I'd actually kind of find it kind of cute. A girl be like, I'm
fuck
sorry, man. I'm sorry. I mean, you remember the episode? You remember the episode of Martin? No, I want you, bitch. I want that girl. Remember when the teacher was trying to mess with Martin? That's the girl I want. I want that.
So let me ask you.
Yeah.
So the bottom line is, you can tolerate
Not excessive, but some.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
I said
Excessive.
You did.
So yes or no, will you
Not
tolerate
excessive. Not excessive.
an excessive?
Not excessive. Not
Okay.
excessive. Not excessive.
All right. You want to speak to that K Money, or we can move along?
We can move along. I wouldn't tolerate it.
Okay. Demeaning statements.
No, not going to happen.
Nah.
Because that's disrespectful.
Yeah, that's almost like belittling you.
That is belittling.
Yeah.
And then once I start saying something, that's going to start a bigger argument. So, no, we not finna go there.
Okay. Shaming.
Not finna go there.
Not gonna go for that either.
Not
No,
going
on
there.
a joking tip, it's okay because we go do it both ways. But in the serious content, no.
See, shame.
So let me paint a picture. I get the joking tip. And again, not to make this show about my wife. Me and my wife, we joke on each other all the time.
Yeah.
We always crack
I think
jokes.
our relationships need that.
Yeah, we always crack jokes on each other. But let me paint a picture. Let's say, Comedian 96, me and you, you and I have been boys since what, 7th grade?
Yep, 7th grade.
Okay. So do you consider our relationship pretty close?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, let's say you're in a relationship and I say something to you. Me and you get into an argument. No physical confrontation, but an argument.
Right.
But I say something that was hurtful to you and I hurt your feelings. I really, truly hurt your feelings. Now, I don't know the extent of how much I hurt you, but it really bothered you and it really hurt you. So much so that you went to your woman and you said, hey, me and Freddie G just had an argument. And, man, he said X, Y, and Z. And in the process of you explaining to your woman what I said to you, tears roll down your face because you're thinking about my actions and how I hurt you. And tears roll down your face. Your wife give you encouraging words, tell you, hey, or your lady give you encouraging words, tell you, hey, y'all patch it up, such. She probably been going through something. She make excuses for me to give me the benefit of the doubt, right? You suck it up. You like, you know what, babe, you right. 5 months later, you and your wife get into an argument. And she says, with your weak ass, and you let Freddie G talk shit to you and you crying and shit. And this nigga has you crying with your weak ass.
Yeah.
That's shaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not tolerable. Not tolerable at all.
Nah, I can't do that. I can't do that. I was looking at it another way.
Yeah, but you know women do that.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Women do that.
See, here's the key factor. Is she doing it at home alone?
No.
Listen, or if she doing it
Shaming
in front of
is only
people?
gonna be in front of
Is she
anybody.
doing it in front of people? Because now the respect level is not just with her; it's with the people around. It's because now they're looking at you like, "Oh, this nigga weak." Because she's talking shit in front of him about
let me
him
show you something.
in front of others.
If she can do it at home, she can do it in front of people.
She's
and when
going.
she
Now,
do it at
some
home,
women know
now-
where and when to do
I
it.
don't think it matters where it's
It
being
doesn't
done.
matter.
I get it.
Disrespect is
don't
disrespect.
See,
matter.
you're right.
Or shaming.
But
I should say
shaming, not disrespect.
Shaming
Shaming
is shaming.
Right. Some people know when and where to do it because if you do it in public, we finna make a movie because I'm finna get ignorant with your
So
stank.
you would accept it in the house versus being out and about?
I wouldn't accept it at all. I'm just
Well, that's the
saying.
question.
That's the thing.
The place changes the factor. You get what I'm saying?
I
Because
don't.
we're at home.
I don't.
Listen, if you got a girl with a mouth, right?
Most of
Just
them
say-
have it.
Most of them have a mouth.
Okay.
They talk shit at home, right? But then when they get around something, and just say I did something stupid. Just say I said something stupid. And she say, oh, I want to get at this nigga. But she give me the look, but she don't say nothing till we get home. And she start talking that shit. Now, and because there's a lot of people around, I ain't finna disrespect my man in front of these people, but when we get home, I'm finna tear into his ass like your mama get that whooping when you get what I'm saying?
So
she knows the difference. I ain't finna disrespect.
So let me ask you the question that K Money is asking.
Yeah.
In other words, you'll accept it at home.
No, I won't accept it. I won't accept it at all, period. But at least there's a respect factor by not doing it in public.
Here's the thing.
That's all I'm saying. She's not doing it. If she didn't respect you at all, she'll talk crazy to you in front of anybody.
Here's the thing.
Right?
Shaming,
am I right?
If she'll
talk to you crazy in front of anybody if she has no respect.
No respect. I agree with that.
But if she holds it and said, I ain't saying nothing in the car, I'm not gonna say nothing, and then when she get home and she release it when no one's around, there's a respect factor there.
Either way,
it's wrong either way.
Either way, the shaming part.
Right.
If she comes home and does it, that's because you haven't set no boundaries for this not to happen at all.
Exactly.
If it's something you're not going to tolerate, there's boundaries that you set immediately.
Exactly.
This is not happening in this relationship. Point blank, period. Because I'm not taking no shaming because you know what? I'm not going to shame you in front of your friends.
Exactly. You're not.
So I'm not going to let you do it. It's not tolerable at all.
Sorry. Not women. Females. Some females. Sometimes they can't hold it. They're not going to be good all the time.
I don't care what mouth she got.
She gone either way.
We got
at
boundaries.
home or away game or home game. She's gone.
I mean, you know how to deal with your woman.
Because at this point, it's not you ain't on my team if you shaming me. You're not on my team. That's how I feel.
Okay, so moving on to the next one. This kind of lines up with your cheating comment. You asked about cheating, and then I said, yeah, it's here. But I said I'll get to it. I'll let y'all know when I get to it. They didn't use the word exactly cheating. They just said breaking your trust. Mm-hmm. So breaking the trust. Mm-hmm. Is that something
won't be tolerated?
Not be tolerated.
So I'll say this: no, it won't be tolerated. However, there are some times that you gotta suck it up. Because life is not always going to be the way you want it to be. Mm-hmm. And it could be several different scenarios where that can happen.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Let's just say, for instance, she working late. You're at home. You're not a cooker. You don't cook. You know you haven't eaten. She may come in an hour later from work, so you may say, well, hey, can you stop and grab some food before you get here? She come through the door, she forgot. So did she break your trust because you trusted that she was going to bring food home? No, because it just didn't work. She forgot. I'm not going to take that as a big issue. We just going to have to figure something else out at this point. Mm-hmm. Now, there's other bigger things that, of course, trust is broken.
Honest mistakes, I don't think that'll line up with breaking of trust. Breaking of trust could be, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I feel where you're coming from, too, Slash.
Mm-hmm. But in line with, who said cheating?
Well, I had mentioned
cheating. Yeah, so if you cheating, that's breaking of trust.
That's breaking the trust. Yeah,
breaking the trust.
Not having that one.
So that one would line up with your cheating. When you ask, was it on here?
Yeah.
I said, but I'll let y'all know when I get to it.
Yeah.
Because it's breaking the trust.
Yeah.
So this next one of the guys that I was talking to, he actually wanted me to give him a shout out because he's the one who said this. Mm-hmm. He said, so when you get to this one, I want you to say my name. So I'm going to say your name, Mike. I'm going to say your name. So he said, neediness and clinging.
Yeah, man. That's a turn
Nah,
off.
that's a turn off. It is, K-Money.
You could deal a little bit with the clingy, but not the needy.
No, I mean, no.
If she want to be with me all the time, I ain't got no problem with that.
Clingy, do you realize what clingy is?
Everywhere you want to go, she want to go.
So I'd rather deal with affection than clingy. Because clingy is not affection.
Every motherfucker want to be around you all the time.
That's clingy. That's going in the bathroom when you go in the bathroom.
No, you tripping.
That's going.
If I leave the house and say I want to go, that's fine. That's clingy to me. But
that's going hanging on the corner when you hanging with your boys. She wanting to go. That's clingy.
That's too much.
You know what I'm saying? That I can't do the clingy. Yeah, needy. I don't like that either. Now I can understand. Sometimes you may be a little short.
Yeah,
I got you.
Well, remove the financial aspect to the neediness.
Yeah.
Sometimes women are needy. Just
Attention.
look at me, or hold my hand. And
Yeah, too much of that is a turnoff.
Needy.
Oh no,
Yeah,
needy. This is the worst. The need for confirmation. You think I look good in this? Am I fat? Am I? And you ask me 15 times a
That's
day.
needy.
That's
Yeah,
needy.
yeah.
I cannot do that. I can't. Look. You look good in that dress. That's it. Leave it alone. Don't ask me again. Don't keep going. Yeah, I can't do that. You're right. Needy. I can't do it.
Okay, now this next one, I think we all can agree. Well, before I go to the next one, Mike, you happy? I called your name. So now on this next one, lying.
Oh no, not gonna deal with it.
Yeah, that falls
Lying,
under
yeah,
that
lying
breaking
is-
trust
That's
umbrella.
trust shit.
You can go
Yeah.
on to the next one. Ain't nobody
Yeah,
gonna.
Now this next one kind of lines up with the shaming. It kind of lines up with the shaming, and that's hurtful comments.
Not gonna do that either.
Okay, now this next one I don't really agree with. I really don't agree with this one, but I understand it. Denying your friends. So here's the deal. I don't agree with it. Me and you been boys for over a decade, right? And now here it is. I'm in a new relationship. I knowed you before I knowed her.
Right.
You my boy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey man, come over to the house, or I'm finna go kick it with Slash, such. And she don't want me kicking it with you because she feels funny about you. For whatever
I'm the
reason
bad
she
guy.
for whatever
Yeah.
reason she feel funny. For whatever reason.
Yeah.
She just don't want me fucking with you. Not that you came at her wrong, not that you treated her wrong.
But you don't know her reason.
Yeah.
For that.
But I'm giving her the benefit of
Yeah.
the doubt that you haven't shot your shot at her.
You don't know the man, really.
I'm
Yeah.
giving her the benefit of the doubt that you really just don't know him.
Right.
What you do know of him is that he's not in a relationship, or he be having hella hoes.
Well, that's the part right there.
Yeah.
That's where it lies.
Yeah,
at
that's
now.
why she not liking it.
Uh-huh.
And so but you my boy.
Right.
Yeah.
But she got a problem with me hanging with you. As if I can't be my own man.
Yeah.
Keyword man.
Yeah. Now, I don't know. I can't really knock that, because if the shoe was on the other foot, and I always try to put myself in a situation.
Yes, you should.
If my girl had a homegirl and I know she was a hoe, but my girl didn't tell me she was a hoe. I just know she was a hoe because I know she was a hoe in the street. I don't want my girl hanging around her.
But are you gonna tell her that's the reason?
I'm gonna tell her that's the reason.
Yeah, you better.
Because if you
mean,
don't tell her, she still don't understand.
And that's my point right there.
Why?
If they're not clear as to the reasoning why they don't like the
Then you
person,
shouldn't have a problem with
Yeah.
it. Exactly.
If they can express the reason,
Yeah.
then I can
Exactly.
respect.
You got to
Okay.
give me a reason.
Okay, now I feel a little different. I'm finna tell you why. So, I think that your woman, if she has a hoe for a friend, she knows she a hoe.
Yes, she know it.
Your woman know that.
Yes, she know.
My thing is this. When it comes to a female, I think that a friend who has a female who has a hoe for a friend, I think that she handles her hoish friend accordingly. She don't stop being friends with her,
Right.
but she handle her accordingly. She already know how to place boundaries on that hoish friend.
Yeah.
Case in point, I ain't gonna leave that hoe around my man, cause I know she's a hoe.
You know how to move around her.
But she don't stop being her friend.
right.
So with that being said, I won't tell my lady not to hang around her hoish friend, because I gotta trust my lady.
Yeah, you got to trust her, but I think it's best for her to understand your position on why.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell her
but
either.
Here's the thing. I wouldn't even tell her. I fit tell you. Honestly, I wouldn't want my woman telling me who I could hang with.
Who and who not? Because now you don't
I
trust
fuck
her.
with Slash.
Yeah.
I fuck with Comedian 96. I fuck with K Money.
Yeah, that's a
I don't
trust
want
issue.
I don't want my woman telling me
Who
who
not
I
to
can
fuck.
and who I can't hang
Right,
around. So
right.
I'm not gonna do that with her.
Right.
I'm not gonna do that with her.
Right, I get that.
You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's
But
true.
here's the thing. She know her friend a hoe.
Mm-hmm.
She know her friend be getting down like that. So she handle her friend accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that she won't do is she won't leave her friend around her man.
Yeah, she know better. 'Cause
She'll
she
know
her friend
better.
a hoe.
And I'm not talking about my wife. I'm just saying,
Right.
just a woman who knows, you know. So I feel a little different. I don't mind. You go ahead and do how you do, because I gotta trust you.
And you know what? Not to kind of along the same lines, in a relationship, there has to be that setting to where you trust mentally. You know what I'm saying? Because what you're saying is, I'm not gonna tell her.
Yeah.
But that means your wife understands mentally about her friend already. Y'all on the same page.
So let me show you this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say she don't know that her friend is a hoe.
Mm-hmm.
Now I always believe that all women know if they got a hoe is friend.
Yeah, they know.
But let's just say, and give her the benefit of the doubt and say, she don't know her friend a hoe. But I happen to be out and I see her friend with this dude. And then the next day I see her friend with this dude. Then the day after that, I see her friend with this dude. Now, it ain't my place to say, hey, your friend a hoe. It ain't my place because truth of the matter is, the first dude I saw with could have been her cousin.
It could have been
The second dude I saw with could have been her brother. And the third dude I saw with could have been her best friend. Not her best
uncle
friend.
or
Or
something.
uncle or somebody.
Yeah.
Or whomever, right? So it's not my place to tell you about your friend because I don't know your friend.
True.
I don't know your friend. Just like you, my wife, or my friend, or whomever,
She don't know your
Slash.
friends. Yeah.
You don't know Slash.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Slash got
wouldn't,
hella hoes. No, I'm just playing.
I wouldn't tell him.
Now, the lie detector test determined that was a lie.
I wouldn't tell him not to hang around, but I would express exactly how I felt about that friend.
Now, let me ask you: Does that open the door for her to think that there's some insecurity within you?
No,
I think it depends on the conversation.
yeah. I mean, I would just express, look, I don't like this, your friend, blase, because of such and such. And hopefully she can understand and respect my opinion of her friend, but I'm not sitting there saying I don't want you hanging around this person because of this.
Okay.
I'm just saying this is how I feel about him.
Right.
Okay,
And
okay.
then you ask her, how do you feel about your friend? Because this is what I think, or how I feel. You know.
But okay, and K Money, you made yourself clear. But Slash, after you express yourself and how you feel, it's still okay for her to hang around?
Oh yeah, because now it's out in the open.
Okay, Comedian 96.
Same.
It's still okay? Okay. So moving right along. Now this one, I can't tolerate. I cannot do it. And that's dismissing the family.
Oh no, that ain't gonna happen.
Oh, that's
You can't like if there's something that I got going on with an aunt, an uncle, or
Yes.
whomever,
Yeah.
and you got an issue with me dealing with my family member or whatever
yeah.
the case may be
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do
yeah,
something.
no.
You can't.
that is. I'm glad you hit that. That should have been actually respect, and that should have been number 2 for me. This is the main reason why a lot of relationships I don't do, because I noticed a lot of women I date, I'll go to their family functions, but when it's time to go to mine,
Yeah.
they don't. And we have a big family,
So they're
they don't
looking
want
at
to go.
you as the male,
Yeah.
not a man. Because you dealing with a lot of situations where these are the way women treat males.
Right, that's what I'm saying. She doesn't want to go to my functions.
Yeah.
But I'm always at her functions. Well, my 3-year relationship, she went to one function and no more after that. I went to all her family functions. And that was a problem for me because I have a big family. And we always having get-togethers. And they're like, where you girl? Where you girl? Where you girl? Where you girl? Where you? And, and then after that, we broke up because of that. And then after that, my brother went through the same thing. 12 years.
Now-
12 years. I would have been gone after the.
You know what?
You know.
And I think with me,
Yeah.
when you mention family, there's a difference in a lot of family members. You have some distant family members.
Mm-hmm.
You have some that you
like family
semi-close
you
to,
get to-
and then you have your immediate family.
Right.
When it comes to my immediate family,
Yeah.
you're not finna dismiss none of them.
Exactly.
And when I say my immediate family, those are my children.
Got you.
Point blank, period.
Yeah.
Now, my distant relatives that I don't see all the time, I can understand you not wanting to, because you don't know them. I don't know them
It's
that
a family. No. See, it's the thing. I have cousins that, and I think Freddie G got a few like this, and maybe a couple of y'all, K Money as well. You have some cousins, they've been around in your family so long, they're more like a brother.
well. Right.
So that's the kind of family. Because I had 8 aunts, and we all lived in 5th Ward together. Like when we moved to 3rd Ward when I turned 7, but up until 7, we was all on the same street.
Right.
So we were close. Family reunions, always, everything, uncles, cousins. So whenever we have something, so some of those cousins are like brothers, some of the, and some of the cousins are like sisters as well. So it's a close family. So for her to say, no, I ain't going years and years and years, but you're supposed to be my future, possibly wife, but you don't want to spend time with my family as well, that's a big problem.
Okay, so this next one, it's like a 2-part statement, right? Now, I don't fully agree with this 100%, but I understand it. So, and again, this is a 2-part statement. Financial control or lack of. So let me just elaborate a little bit. The way I view this is, okay, there's a man, and the guy that gave me this, I'm not mentioning his name, but he's saying that he wouldn't tolerate a woman having financial control or lack of financial control. Now, I get the latter part of that.
Right.
Because lack of financial control, that tells me that's some frivolous spending that may go on.
Right.
You're doing too much
Too many
online
shopping.
shopping.
Some frivolous spending, and you're not responsible.
Right.
So I get that part. But the financial control, the first part of it, I don't know.
Yeah, I straddle that one
I
as well.
straddle the fence on that because if you have if you feel your mate is trustworthy,
Yeah.
then you can trust
To control the
her
finances.
to go ahead and pay
Exactly.
the bills
Right.
here. You know how much money there.
Exactly.
This and that. So I don't have a problem with giving some
Exactly.
financial.
Yeah.
So I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, I don't mind that. And I say that now to, as you get older and you make more money, or you get, what I'm saying, your income gets high. When you making $12 an hour and you say, baby, go on and handle the check, you ain't really tripping. But when you start making real money, that woman has to be trustworthy. It gotta be. Because when you making a lot of money and I say, baby, I'm traditional and he go all the money, and you think you finna take some dude out to lunch at work, nah, we finna fight.
Yeah.
We finna fight.
Financial control. I'm thinking on financial control. If she's financially stable, right? So she's financially stable. I'm financially stable. Then her being in control is a plus for me because now I have my personal secretary who can help out when
Yeah.
I can't make it. I trust her to do it.
I
So
get that.
financial control, I would like for her to be in.
Yeah, be able to handle
Yeah.
the finances.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
whoever
Because
is
that
better
helps
at the
the
money.
household.
Yeah,
you
whoever
know?
better, and most usually
But
it's the woman. She-
but like you say, lack of finances. Nah, we can't do that.
So the next one is refuse to compromise.
Yeah, we ain't happy.
yeah, we can't do that.
Okay, and the next one after that, we got one more, then I'll be closing. So the next one after that is slave treatment.
Say what?
Slave treatment.
I don't know, but I ain't had that.
I don't even like the way that sounds.
Yeah,
So
I
damn
don't
sure
think
they
I ever
tolerate
had
it.
that. I don't think I ever had a slave treatment.
Yeah, I don't even know how to even.
So I think
Is
that
this
that
an
would
interracial
usually-
relationship?
No, I actually think that would be the other way around.
That's me
I
too.
can see
Me too.
I can see a man
doing it to the
being
woman, yeah.
dominant.
You
being
can't go
dominant.
here. You
Yeah.
can't go there. You can't
clean
wear
this,
this.
Clean that.
wash
yeah,
my clothes. cook me something to eat.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I can see that.
okay.
Yeah.
yeah, I can see slave treatment from that aspect.
Yeah.
The only way I can see it
K Money
if it's a
said
guy ain't got no job and he's just watching the
relationship.
kids.
Or maybe he's got my 600-pound wife,
yeah, something. I
and
can't
you
see
have
this.
to
I
do.
can't see
She
it
make
together.
you. You have to do it because she can't do it. But yeah, not
Okay.
excusable.
Now the last one is actually in line with something Comedian 96 said earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And when he gave an example of washing a car and having it smelling good.
Mm-hmm.
Having a rose or strawberry smell in the car, whatever.
Yeah.
So this one is constant negativity.
Nope.
Now,
Oh,
I
man.
can't stand
Yes,
that.
sir.
I cannot
It
stand
don't
it.
matter what you do good.
Debbie
Can't do it.
Downer.
They down it.
They
What,
down it.
not even so much of what you do.
No, just period.
Everything that comes out.
Just negative.
Damn near everything.
You
Negative.
find something
Yeah.
Find a
negative.
Negative
spot.
outcome.
Exactly.
for everything.
The glass is half empty.
Yeah.
Why can't you say it's just half full? Can't you view it from that?
Yeah,
angle?
exactly.
You just, just,
Every fucking thing is
It
negative.
is,
boy,
yeah. It's stinking here, but this is a nice car. Well, you already led with the god doggone.
So, man, in closing, man, I want to say everything on this list that we went down, it causes relationship illnesses. Mm-hmm. It causes a relationship
It sure
illness.
does.
And some women think that pussy is the cure to the illness. So, ladies, women, Nubian princes, queens, bitches, hoes, and thoughts, your pussy cannot create peace in the home. Your actions do. This concludes another dope episode. Tune in tomorrow for Think Thursday. Don't forget to follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast, on Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. And for all my YouTubers, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Remember, the only way we grow is if you let them know.